Yeah. So now we should be live. We should be live. Hopefully. Oh shit, 65 knobs. Stupid fuckers. Oh, 72 miles per hour. Okay, so we're now checking severe weather across the Midwest. Multiple tornado warnings across, Missouri, Iowa, and a lot of thunderstorms going through, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and some sporadic pop-up thunderstorms across, Minnesota. And Wisconsin. We do do have a PDX tornado warning for Putnam County in Missouri. We do have a confirmed tornado for, oh shit, Davies and Grundy County in Missouri. There's a confirmed tornado on the ground. Another tornado warning up here. Lucas, Monroe, Wayne, and Annapolis County in Iowa. Another tornado warning right here. I don't know. It's for the same storm. Oh, it's an airport radar. Then you add another radar somewhere in northern Missouri. Probably near Quincy or someone. Something. Oh, look at that. No wonder why it's PDS. Your CC drop. It's just right there. I don't know if that's a CC drop or not. That's mostly hail out there. That's probably large hail. Anybody tuning in? We have a PDS 20 warning in northern Missouri for Putnam County. We do have another lineup. Look at that. It's just all that is just special marine warnings. And now we have another 20 warning up here. Monroe and Swanoo County in Wisconsin. And we have a new PDS 20 warning for Annapolis County in south central Iowa. It is a PDS. It is a PDS. Anybody in path this storm, anybody needs warning polygons, need to be taking shelter now. There's a good debris signature right here. No, there's a 20 warning right here. I think I missed this. Civilon, Mensa, and Putnam counties. We do have a tourist 20 warning that's confirmed right here for Davis and Grundy. Another 20 warning right here. Davis and DeKalb County in Missouri. Let's just get rid of this for now. Then another one right here. Davis, Southwest and Harris counties. And regular 20 warning for like almost the entire confirmed 20 warning polygon. Uh, Davis and Grundy counties again. Much further west. Anybody in Trendon, you need to be taking shelter now. There's multiple 20 warning storms, 21 storms coming for you. And that 21 has been canceled. This debris signature is still pretty tight. You can't fully tell if it's on the ground or not. Oh, look at that. That's a donut hole. Alright, where that velocity is. Okay, we could be having a large tornado on the ground. A large tornado on the ground right now. Actually, I'm gonna switch to weather-wise. I'm gonna still use this radar. Just in case weather-wise does go down due to the sheer amount of people. During the last moderate risk for Illinois and Indiana, I used weather-wise and it went down. I don't know why I have to go to sleep when these damn watches get issued. I meant to start at 4 o'clock sharp today. About 45 minutes ago. But I guess I did not. Yeah, I don't know if that's either a donut hole or that could just be a very large. I don't know if that could just be contamination or that's just a very large tornado. Holy shit, that's a good strong rotation. This tornado warning. They keep continuing these SVRs. We have spotters on it. There's like barely any rotation with this tornado warning. But I want to show y'all something. This is today's risk. It is still an enhanced risk. So you're gonna have like multiple rounds of severe weather go through today. So this ain't that lineup went through like Northern Illinois and that is about to go through Michigan and Indiana. That ain't the last of it. You're gonna have more come through probably later tonight or maybe later today. I can't fully remember. But I looked at the models and it showed another line go through. There's still a good hail. They upgraded the tornado threat for today. The hail has got upgraded too. But today this ain't too much of a concern. This ain't too much of a concern. Tomorrow is. Tomorrow is. There's a slight risk for up here. But there's big time enhanced risk that's up here. It's still, yeah. Holy, yeah, this is getting tight. This is very tight rotation. Let me check coalition coefficient. There's no CC drop for right now. It's probably just a massive area rotation down close to the surface. I'm done. I had that marine warnings turned on. It's just still considerable. Now it's down to radar indicated. Trending. The tornado warning. The tornado warning has been downgraded, but you should still stay in your safe place until all these storms pass. Including a tornado, you could get some very large hail with the storm. 2.5 inch hail. Red light indicated. Normandy County in Wisconsin. I want to fix this so it won't be as complicated for y'all. All flash flood warning for those warning areas. Let me see what I could do. That should be better. What is Weatherwise doing? I'm gonna turn off his MDs too. If I can find out how to. This rotation's not letting up. This tornado's not letting up. Wow. Is there like an open live chat? We have areas of rotation. By trending that areas are rotating, a bunch of tornado warnings. This was radar indicated is for Davis County in Missouri. This one here is about to expire. What it's for Davis and Harrison. This one here is for Davis and Central Grundy. There's a PDS right here. This is our main concern for right now. Oh, there's like more areas of rotation starting to spark up. Right here and right here. How do I turn the damn MDs off? That's my good question. Let me figure this out. On New Smith, I was wondering for that area. 70 miles per hour and 2-inch hail. Grundy, Ceylon, Musa, and Putnam County in Missouri. Yep. The rotation for this storm here died off for this tour. So they're gonna cancel this and yeah, they just expired it. Well, I get back to what I was saying. This is for tomorrow. This is our tomorrow's risk. Tomorrow's risk is basically way worse than today's risk, which is this. Way worse. Tornado risk, yeah, that 10% is where that PDS is. And 15%, 30% CIG1, and also a 30% CIG1 hail risk, and also a 15% CIG1 hail. The category 1 means the intensity 1 is very confusing, but you could get hail up to around 2 inches or larger, or somewhere around there. The CIG1. But the threat for large hail is there. If you haven't already, if you are in this risk, if you haven't already seen storms, get your car under the carport or something. because you might get hail up to the size of golf balls or even larger. And also some significant wind, up to around 70 miles per hour. 70 to 80 miles per hour. Yeah, that's it. This is for tomorrow, if it will load. So, primary risks. Tornado risk has been upgraded. It is a massive 10% SIG level 1. You might have the tornado risk, you might see a tornado up to an EF2 tornado today. I mean, not today, tomorrow. You can see a tornado up to, there's a 10% risk of seeing a tornado with EF2 or stronger within a 25 miles of any given point. So let's say if you live in Peoria, or let's say, come on, Roxford, there is a 10% chance of seeing a tornado up to EF2 or an EF2 tornado within a 25 mile per even given point. So we could have some strong tornadoes tomorrow. Pretty strong tornadoes tomorrow. We can't rule out a possible CIG2. If that happens, it's probably going to go moderate. Moderate risk. But this also the second day, you can have threats of all types tomorrow, but the primary threat is tornado and wind. The wind being CIG level 2. 30% CIG level 2. If you get upgraded to no, my bad, CIG level 1. I got confused. It's CIG level 1, meaning you might see winds up to 70 miles per hour. Anywhere near. And if it gets upgraded to 45%, that's probably going to go moderate risk. The chance of this getting upgraded to a moderate risk is kind of low, but it's going to be more significant tomorrow than today. I want to say that. We definitely might go live for tomorrow for that. More than likely. What did even happen? Sorry about that. Yeah, look at the tornado, the area of rotation is getting kind of smaller. But, they're probably about to issue no PDS for like Bloomsfield. Tornado warning radar indicated for Davis and Grundy. That's been there for a while. This tornado warning is probably about to expire. Yeah, this rotation is, well, there's tornado warning with them. It is PDS. PDS. Includes Bloomfield. For Davis County, if you are in Davis County in Iowa, you are under a PDS tornado warning. You need to be taking shelter now. Taking shelter now. go to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building and avoid windows and outside walls. If you don't want to be in the car too, if you are in the car, pull over off the side of the road and try to find a building to seek shelter in, like any other public building besides your car. Try to find a public building, or you could also, if as a last resort, you could abandon your car and lie down in a low-lying area. Do not stay in your car. Do not seek shelter under highway overpasses. First of all, if I say the car, if the tornado is strong enough, it can lift or roll your car and it could kill you. And if you go under an overpass, it will act like a wind tunnel. See, we have highways and state routes and interstates here. So, there's a lot of people that might be seeing this right now over 202. Like I say again, do not take shelter under highway overpasses. Pull over the side of the road. Try to find a secure building. Try to find a secure building. Or, let's say a secure building. Or, try to find a secure building. But, if you cannot safely drive away from the tornado, pull over the side of the road. And lay down on, like see a ditch. If you see a ditch or culvert, get in there. If the tornado is too close for you to try to drive out of the way, get in a ditch or culvert. Do not take shelter on the highway overpasses, like how I said. Even worse if you take shelter over. That's just straight up stupid at that point. It's a common myth for decades. It was a common myth for decades that taking shelter under highway overpasses is safe. But that's been busted since the May 3rd, 1999 tornado that happened in Bridge Creek. It's not safe at all. It acts like a wind tunnel, and it'll suck you out of there. Do not seek shelter in your car, because your car could be hit by flying debris, knock it over, or the wind could knock it over or lift it and could toss it. And it depends on how strong the tornado is. Tornadoes can lift cars. They will lift cars if they're strong enough. So Bloomfield, you're in under the threat right now. We have a new tornado warning over here. Lynn, Grundy, and Sullivan counties. A new tornado warning right here. Davis and Grundy. Basically where the old tornado warning used to be. Trending. And look at there, the severe thunderstorm warning, just the line of thunderstorms I was saying about just hit landfall. 60. Yeah, you're under this. Anybody along the coast of West Michigan? You're under severe thunderstorm. You're gonna get a lot of thunderstorms. Grand Rapids, you're gonna get under the gun later on. Try to look over here. Main focus is this PDS. But when a new tornado warning gets issued, I'll cover it. still trying to find out how I could just get rid of these MDs off my screen. But that's kind of distracting. But MDs, these circles you see, these weird circles in places like this here, over here, these are known as metal skeletons. Skeletons that are issued by the Storm Protection Center. The same people that does these, they could go for flash flooding, severe weather like this. They could go for like heavy snow, and rare occasions, and many others. And they also can be issued for singular cells. Like, look at this. This is a smaller MD. This is concerning TOA. This is concerning 21 watts number 303. If they see a group of storms, or a storm is strong enough, or it could be extremely dangerous, they probably will issue an MD for that storm. Like that. Not like what happened back in a few months ago. Over here in like Kansas and Oklahoma. There was a large tornado on the ground. And they issued an MD for it. Metal scale discussion. Because they say, let's give some people warning out ahead of the storm for impact. That's what they're doing here. They're highlighting this area, saying that these storms could be very dangerous and life-threatening. That's what they did. But Bloomfield, this is a particularly dangerous situation for you. It might miss south of you, but Bloomfield, you should be taking shelter now. You should be taking shelter right now. You should be in your basement right now. Even though it looks like it's not in the ground, it does look like it's not on the ground, but it may touch down, or that could just be the radar not working like how it should. I'm just looking at different radar things. We have close to, like, yeah, this is pretty strong. Monitor, how to pronounce you, I'm sorry, but you should be in your basement right now. You should be in your basement right now, if you are in it. Mark, Stubborn, Bloomfield. Bloomfield is kind of a small town. It does have a regional airport, but you're still in the path of this. But, just to say again, it's a particularly dangerous situation for Davis County. You should be in your basement now. You should be in your basement or any interior room of your house. If you're in a car, if you are over any of these highways, do not, like I said earlier, do not seek shelter under highway overpasses. They will not protect you at all. Try to find a secure building, secure public building. The rotation is starting to die down, or that could be just radar contamination. But Bloomfield, you are in a very dangerous situation. We also have 21 storms down here. Radar indicated for Leon, Grundy, and Sullivan counties. Davis, and Grundy. You're on the tornado warnings. I guess this tornado warning storm over here died. Okay, I think. But more storms forming over here. But the conditions are right for it. Canada, you are under the gun too. I don't understand hardly any Canadian warning systems. That's a rainfall warning. That is a thunderstorm watch. That thunderstorm watch is a severe thunderstorm watch in the United States. What am I doing? If you know anybody that might be on Highway 63, give them the call and tell them to pull over and seek shelter. Like, get in a secure building. Like, these are mostly planes out here, so you probably won't find a secure building. But, pull off the side of the road. If you see a culvert or a ditch or low-lying area in the area, if you are in immediate danger and you cannot safely drive away from the tornado, pull over the side of the road and seek shelter in a culvert or drain or ditch or storm drain. The only thing you can find that will protect you from flying debris. That is lower than ground level. Tornado is sort of starting to weaken, which is good, but maybe strengthen and maybe tighten up. But Bloomfield, don't let your guard down. Lancaster, Bloomfield, Kessowa, Fairfield, do not let your guard down because there's more storms that's going to be pushed through your area later today. And there's also storms starting to form right now. There's areas of rotation there and there. These are two areas of rotation that are weak, but they can drop a tornado if they get strong enough. It's just a PDS. It is. I could see a lot of dads and people going outside and looking at this stuff. Do not do that. I mean, you might get influenced by a lot of people on YouTube, or you might have lived out here for decades, and every time storms go through, like nothing happens. But it only takes one tornado, to take a track through here. Could change many lives. If this tornado stayed strong enough, and if it tracked more north, If it hit Bloomfield, many lives would have been lost and countless homes would be significantly damaged. It only takes one tornado. It doesn't have to be terribly strong. It just has to go through a population center to cause damage. I get like this tornado here is not really besides Mark and Pisaki if it stays strong enough for that long. Might get affected, but it's mostly open plains out here besides maybe a few ranches, once an occasional subdivision. But most tornadoes out here just go through rural farmland, don't hurt anybody, but it just takes one tornado. And look at there. It is still PDS. Okay, look like it's going to go south of Bloomfield, but do not exit your safe place until this warning is canceled. But when I do sign off tonight, probably something around 10 o'clock or something like that, maybe later, or all the other weather YouTubers that's live right now, they turn off like 1, 2 a.m. And that they 1 or 2 a.m. There's maybe I'm gonna do a quick model scan. It's really freaking quick. I need float to. I need 18. I need you. 18Z. I know. Let's see. This is it right here. This is the what's happening right now. Look at those. See those black lines? Those black areas. Those are storms. Those are dangerous storms. I don't know if they're helicity tracks or they're just for areas of rotation or just dangerous storms and dangerous storms. But right around 00Z later tonight, those storms will start going through Illinois. Be around the Rockford, Chicago area around 03Z, if you understand that. Uh, just to say about 14 hours out, about 10 hours out from hitting these areas. And here comes the round that's gonna be for tomorrow. I'm gonna be going live for that. That's gonna be in the early morning hours. That area dies. And a semi-discrete line of thunderstorms is gonna be heading through the area. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna want moderate risk, but it should stay enhanced. To go look at that. If you look at it as like some storms have areas of rotation. If I go to convective supercell composite, this is concerning. Look at that. It's like 36. That's very high. Rockford. Rockford. Bloomington. Chicago. Yeah, you're under the gun. For maybe some maybe a potential dangerous morning and afternoon tomorrow. It's gonna be potentially very dangerous for tomorrow. let's see, significant tornado parameter. This is basically mixing some models together, saying this area storms could produce damaging tornadoes. So in the green, the red, that's blue. You might see some storms that could produce a tornado too. When you get into like the pinks and purples, that's very dangerous. That's like strong tornado. When we're seeing it right here, the STP is 14. That's very, very, very high. But I guess most of the models just don't have much coalition against one another. That's why the SPC does not want a moderate risk. But I wouldn't rule out a small, localized moderate risk. A moderate risk, if you don't know what a moderate risk is, basically one step up above from the enhanced risk. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, main risk for Chicago and northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin is mostly wind and tornadoes. Let's look at Cape. Cape is basically a storm energy. And that's it. I'm gonna go to most unstable Cape. 3,000 joules per kilogram. Basically, Cape over 1,000, that's when storms, that 1,000 joules per kilogram is good enough for severe storms to stop firing. And you might be confused. You might see these barbs sticking out everywhere. It's kind of complicated to read these barbs, but if you see a model like this, just know that that's just where the wind is heading. Let's say, if I go out here, that is one spike ball, that's like 10. If you read these, it's pretty complicated. Let's look at this right here. The spike bulb was like 10 miles per hour, or well, in this specification, these are red knots. If you see these bulbs sticking out on radars, models, that is basically the wind measurement in knots, terms of knots. So if you see this, like let's say that's where the low pressure system is. This bulb here is facing north. So that means you have a northeast wind direction. It is so PDX, but the rotation area is dying off, which is good. But going back to what I was saying. Let's say the spike, the triangle bulb is like 10 knots. When the one long bulb is like 5 knots. So this here is 20 knots right here. I'll try to find one with a good amount of bulbs on them. Just so I can give an example. Let's example this one right here. There is one big bulb, and there's like 5 small bulbs. Like smaller bulbs. So that means it is 10 knots, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that is 35 knots. Well, that's feeding. So one of those big long bulbs is 5 knots. And you might see one of those smaller bulbs that's like 3 knots. I can't fully remember this, so don't rely on me for weather information. So, if you want some good weather knowledge, I would go to Storm Chaser Coaching. And he's a YouTuber and he supplies really good knowledge in terms of this stuff what I'm trying to say. But back to the point. These stones mostly died off.